All right, guys, so before we get into this interview with Insomniac Rarri and Insomniac Lambs, I just want to say that if you want to support No Jumper, head on over to nojumper.com and check out our online store. We got all kinds of stuff on there. No Jumper branded stuff. We got shirts from all kinds of different brands that we work with. We got stickers. We got Leonard the Plug stickers. We got kendamas, if you ever wanted one. You can head on over there. We got I don't know. We got all kinds of stuff. Show some love. Pick up some cool stuff. Head on over to nojumper.com. That helps us make this podcast possible. And also smash the like button and leave a comment and subscribe. Let's go. No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today we have returning No Jumper alumni, Insomniac Lambs.
Insomniac Surgeon, nigga, 10G shit.
Yeah, and we got a new face to No Jumper, but somebody I'm a big fan
Rarri.
of. Insomniac Rarri. How you guys doing?
I'm in here lit as fuck.
Are you really?
Lit. Nah, I'm real lit. Great
Big
lit.
lit.
I mean, we got this empty bottle of Hennessy.
Y'all already know what I did to that, man. Niggas know how I'm giving it up.
I threw man at somebody.
Hennessy's just one of those brands that just won't go away, huh?
Never.
Never.
Nah,
It's like a religion.
Nah, it's definitely Hennessy is
religion.
definitely a legend.
What was the first thing you ever drank, though?
Hypnotic.
Oh, that's a sign of the times right there.
Yeah, no. Hypnotic was the first liquor I ever tried in my life.
Really?
Definitely.
How old were you?
13 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hypnotic, man. So what do you if you brought a girl back to the crib now and tried to give her Hypnotic, what's she gonna think? Is she gonna think you're a fucking piece of shit, or is she gonna be like, all right?
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a bit crippin', you know what I'm saying?
So he gotta have a.
I gotta have a blue drink on me, you know what I'm
blue.
saying? You pour it up,
Let her
man.
know
She
what
might
it
dig
is.
it, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, is that a big thing? Is drinking Hypnotic in the crip community? Is that big?
It will be.
Yeah, you could
know what I'm
start that.
saying?
No, that's a good point.
I could.
Yeah.
I definitely could.
Damn, I never thought about it like that. Yo,
Hey,
I just want to say before we even get started here that this podcast is sponsored by Nexus Cannabis Co. This is our weed sponsor for the podcast. I don't think we're gonna actually be smoking on camera, just because we're all about high energy podcasting. We don't want to get too slumped
Shout
up.
out
We're gonna
to
save it
Nexus.
for after, but we are drinking big Starbucks. But Nexus,
Starbucks.
it's you ever been there? It's the lounge downtown. It's on 4th Street.
No.
They have a bunch of shows. We did a Chief Keef show there. We did a Juicy J show there. They have like a studio there. I could get you guys in there. It's
Definitely,
dope.
let's
They'll
go.
let you
Let's
use
go.
it and stuff. They had a little pump in there. Migos, Chief Keef the other day. It's basically just top shelf weed that will make you slumped into a coma and your whole life will fall apart because it'll get you so fucking high. That's basically all I gotta say about it. For real though, I'm gonna bring you guys to the studio. It's fire.
Let's
Oh,
do
yeah,
it.
definitely.
Let's do it. All right, back to the interview. All right, so you guys are from. Oh wait, no, I'm on the wrong interview. I was about to start asking you Jose Guapo questions. That would be really tragic. So Southside Columbus. This is where both of you guys are from, or are you from somewhere else?
He from Columbus. I'm from
Yeah.
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
2 hours away from each other.
2 hours. All right. So you found out about him because he was rapping a little bit. He had his little wave going, or did you guys meet before the rap stuff?
Yeah. When I met him, he was just going crazy on the music scene.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what was that like? You just reach out to him on the internet, or what was going
No,
on?
I had moved down to Cincinnati,
Okay.
and then when I moved down to Cincinnati, I had met him through Mills.
Yeah,
It's another.
Mills.
Yeah, I met him through Mills.
Other member of you
Insomniac
guys.
Mills.
Yeah, Insomniac
exactly.
Mills.
That's what's up. So what was it like when you guys linked up?
It was cool. It was like a mutual bond. It was instant for real. It wasn't
Yeah,
like,
you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people you meet in Ohio, they just not like. Some of them just not real niggas. So like when I had met
Yeah.
Lambs and Mills, it's like they was really the niggas that they said they was. You feel me? So it wasn't no
faking
complication. You know what I'm saying? Like they was really getting to it, and that's something I was all about at the time. So it's like it was definitely 100. You know what I'm saying?
Is Cincinnati more of a cultural hub than Columbus in terms of if you want to make it as a rapper or something?
I would say it's better artists in Cincinnati than it is
for
Columbus.
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So on the music side, yeah.
Columbus got Ohio State, so
Okay.
Yeah,
They
Columbus.
won up on us with that.
Now, if you want to do a crazy ass show, like you go to Columbus, you do your
Okay.
big
Sure.
shows in Columbus because it's like you have a good fan base out there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you just want to do like rap, like you want to be a rap, you know what I'm saying? Cleveland and Cincinnati is like one of the better places to be at if
Yeah.
you doing this music shit for real.
because we got a nice scene in Cincinnati as far as the artists. There's
Right.
a lot of artists coming up from Cincinnati right now.
Yeah.
For
So
sure.
what was the first rap show you ever went to? Were you guys going to rap shows growing up?
No.
I know, right?
Me
Isn't that
either.
funny?
Yeah.
That you guys play shows. I help put on shows, all this shit. But growing up, I didn't really go to that many rap shows.
Nah,
Nah,
not at all.
I went to a Waka Flocka show, but that's only because it was at the club.
Oh yeah, see, there you go. That's
yeah,
what's up.
it was at the club, and I went to a Waka Flocka show.
Yeah.
And then like Gucci Mane was next door.
Club performances are tight. I remember seeing like the Dog Pound at a club one time, and they were just standing on a sofa, and it was really cool.
Like,
Yeah.
before I became who I am, I went to the only concert I could say I went to was Lil B. When Lil B came to Cincinnati.
Really?
That was like one of the only concerts that I went to.
Yeah, because when you're young, like for a lot of people, it's like you go to concerts, like that's like a pilgrimage. Like you don't really do that very often. You might do it once a year or some
That was
shit.
when he made Swag Like Ohio. I was in that bitch.
Swag like Ohio.
So that meant a lot to you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Do you guys remember when Cameron came out with the
Of
used to
course.
get it on how?
Exactly,
Of course.
Okay. Was that big
He
for
was
you
talking
too?
about
Definitely.
Cincinnati and that. He talked about Cincinnati in that song too. He talked about
I
Columbus.
used to get it
Yeah.
in Ohio.
He's just naming off every single city.
If you know I know, you better lie low. Why? I used to get it in Ohio.
But what is that? Why is
Shout out
everybody?
Cameron.
Everybody seems like they have some sort of like drug dealing story related to Ohio.
There's
Like
a lot
Yeah.
of money
Ohio
to
a
get
drug
in
hub.
Ohio. Yeah, like there's a lot of.
That's
you know
what a lot of
I'm
people
saying?
don't know.
Yeah, like if you don't know, if you really get money, you do know that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? But if you're
But
not really
the average
trapping,
Joe, they don't.
no.
I never
slow
sold
for
drugs
'em.
in Ohio. I don't know. I'm an average Joe.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If you don't know. If you really get money, you know you can get money in Ohio. Like
Exactly.
a whole lot of.
Why is that? There's just a lot of good customers, or what?
That
yeah.
and it's like the fact that we close to Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay.
You feel me? So a lot of them country boys come up and shop.
Yup. And plus niggas got money to spend, man.
Okay.
Niggas get their money, you know what I'm saying? They're not, it's not like you like in, you know what I'm saying, a major city where you spending it on this flashy shit.
Right.
You really just spending it on one or two things, man.
Drugs and pussy.
Mainly drugs, though.
Niggas buying pussy.
Yeah, niggas
Not
buying
me,
pussy.
but it's niggas.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't buying no pussy,
for sure.
but
You
it's
ain't?
like, yeah.
Hell no.
You ever have a girl try to charge you for some pussy? You just start talking to her, and then all of a sudden you realize this is a
Yes.
business negotiation?
Definitely.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
I mean, it's slow for her.
I ain't spending
It's
no
slow
money
for
on no
us.
It's slow
pussy.
for her. It's not happening. It's super slow.
Yeah, it's weird because you feel like that's just more of a challenge. Like no. I gotta
Hell
convince
no.
you you're doing this for free.
Oh, yeah.
You definitely doing it for free.
You got me fucked up. I'm the wrong kind of guy.
Definitely not issuing no cash before I
I'm
get
gonna
some head.
haggle you down. I'm gonna get a coupon. 40% off coupon. I'm gonna bring that in. I'm gonna be like,
40%
you gotta
off
hook me
the
up for the deal
puss.
here. Yeah. What if it was just really inexpensive? What if it was like $15?
$15
I'd
for
be
the
scared as fuck.
15
I'd be
for the
terrified
puss?
down there.
Oh, that'd-
I don't even want that. I'm
It's
cool.
definitely burning.
Yeah. How did you guys lose your virginity? Speaking of
Shit, boy. On some crazy
important
shit.
I'm
questions
gonna let
here.
you start.
I actually remember. I lost my shit when I was 12 years old. I was hooping.
SMH, Matt
I
Ox's
hooped,
age.
I hooped
Shit,
from my
oh,
middle
me.
school type shit. And but all our games is to be at like the high school.
Mm-hmm.
So like before the game, one of the little cheerleader bitches that like cheered for the high school.
Wait, a grown one, like a 16-year-old or something?
Nah, she was only like 14, 15.
Okay.
And basically she was just like, oh yeah, let's go to my crib. I gotta grab some shit from my crib. Can you walk me to the crib? But it was way before my game, because you know, the middle school games used to be on some like weird shit. And we went there right to school.
Right.
So I basically followed her or whatever. We went to her crib or whatever. We was kicking it this shit or whatever, and she was like looking for some shit called Spankies. And I was like, I don't know what the fuck that was.
Spankies.
Yeah, they like, I guess they like the underwear they wear under they like cheerleading skirt shit.
Oh, okay.
She was looking for Spankies or whatever, and then like.
Oh, I never knew that. I never knew that was a term, yeah.
Yeah,
Interesting.
so I'm in there just chilling or whatever, and then she was like, "Oh, can you help me look for him?" So I went upstairs into a room and I'm chilling. I don't know how I'm supposed to look for something when it's not my crib.
You don't know what it is, even
So
barely.
basically, she take a shower or whatever, come out the shower, she in her towel.
She came out ass naked, did she?
Nah, she came out in her towel, but like when she was like looking for her bra and shit, like her towel dropped on some movie shit. Tits out.
Porn scene.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm a young nigga, but I'm still respectful, and you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of like looking away, like.
She was
man,
white?
Like, hell no. The fuck? I mean, I ain't racist.
I don't know. Just in my mind, I guess in my mind, cheerleaders are white. Because I grew up
I
around
ain't
white
racist enough,
cheerleaders.
but nah, she wasn't white. She was
Okay.
black for sure. But
That's cool.
yeah, not on her towel drop or whatever, and I kind of look away. I'm like, nah. She was like, oh, you never seen no titties before? I'm like, what? Hell yeah, I done seen motherfucking titties, nigga. What the fuck? So you know what I'm saying? Like, basically one thing, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just get on my one shit, one thing lead to another, and y'all know how I'm giving it up, man.
Yeah.
My shit was straight to the point.
Yeah.
When you're a 12-year-old, you definitely don't know about a condom
I was-
either, huh?
Huh? I mean, I watched hella porn, so it's like I knew what the fuck I was doing. Like,
Really?
Yes.
Nut on her face your first time? You lose your virginity? You're just styling on her?
definitely not.
I was 13.
Oh, okay. A little
My
older.
first I was 13, nigga. I was in my mama room. I was fucking the bitch in my mama room, nigga.
Oh, it's
And then
extra lit.
I got like, look, it wasn't even like none of the dramatic
That's the
shit
big
that you was
bed.
saying. Like, yeah, the dumb big bed. You
Dumb
feel
big
me?
bed,
Like,
extra
so
cozy.
it was going down. You feel me? It ain't shit. You feel me? She leave and shit. My mama come back. My mama find condoms on the side of the bed, her room and shit. My mama start tweaking instantly. Like, who the fuck was in my room? Like little shit like that and shit. So I'm like, fuck. Like I'm 13. I'm panicking and shit. Like I just got my first cell phone. Like, so I'm
He
like,
probably had
fuck.
to
Like
laugh,
I'm like,
joint.
I'm lying and shit. Like, damn, I don't know who that was. Like, and she like, who the fuck else would be in here? Like, it's you. You was in here by yourself, nigga.
Oh no,
I
somebody broke
get
into the
pressed
crib.
instantly. I'm 13.
fucking-
This bitch, I got like a Nokia little bullshit ass.
Oh yeah, everyone
Yeah,
had
like
Nokia
black and
joint.
white phone and shit. She take my shit. She like, hell no, nigga, you ain't about to be fucking bitches in my house. Punishment and shit. I was
If
like,
I had
oh.
a 13-year-old kid, there's no fucking way I'm letting him have a phone where he could just do whatever the fuck
Nah,
he
keep yours
wants.
now.
Definitely
tweaking.
gonna- Yeah, now your 13-year-old definitely gotta have a phone.
My
I
9-year-old
know,
cousin
it's
got
fucked
How
a
else you
phone
even
right
gonna
now.
connect with them? Motherfucking
Nigga.
kids got iPads.
My
and shit.
9-year-old cousin know what the fuck Molly and Lean is and shit.
Oh, God. Oh, man, that's so fucked up.
Molly Percocets.
So, okay, let me ask you this. So I did that Rico Reckless interview, and he's sitting here, he's smoking weed and drinking lean in front of his fucking 7-year-old. How do you feel about that?
I mean, it's life.
Is that crazy, though? Is
These
that out of the
kids know
ordinary
what
to
it
you?
is now. Like, they got access
I mean,
to social
smoking is
media.
smoking is smoking. It's smoking. So that's just like whatever. You feel me? But I mean, like, it's not like his kid was sitting there like, oh, he's sipping drink. You know
Like,
what
let
I'm
me
saying?
get some.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like it wasn't like he was asking for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can grow up in a certain way, but I mean, you're gonna be a certain way.
Yeah, it was weird because at first I was so shocked by it because my parents never let me do shit until I was way older. So, like, the whole idea
And
of
now
me-
look how you is.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It's
wild
like
as
they're
fuck.
gonna end up how they're gonna end up, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so it don't really matter for
I'm
real.
in my
You are who
20s.
you
My
are.
mama still be on my ass.
Yeah, like you are who you are.
My mom was still yelling at me and be like, "Do you wash your hands after I come out of the bathroom?"
Oh yeah.
I found that really annoying. I'm like, "Mom, I'm grown man."
Yeah, I know a
You
couple
leave me
people
the
that do
fuck
that in my
alone.
life.
Yeah, but you know the thing about his kid is sitting there watching Maddox videos, Lil Pump, fucking TK.
Shout out Lil Pump.
These little kids love these gangster ass
Heroes.
rappers, man.
I mean, they make the best music.
Yeah, kids know. Kids want to
know.
hear the hard
But,
shit.
but even when you
Exactly.
was a kid, or I don't know how you was when you was a kid. When I was a kid, we listened to the same shit. Lil
Hell yeah.
Wayne, all that shit.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane. I love
Shout out
Gucci
Gucci.
Mane.
I love like
Yeah,
the
shout out
reason why
Gucci
I
Mane,
fell in love with
10,
rap
17,
was
man.
because I like found gangster rap and just thought it was cool. Like I didn't know
Yeah.
shit about it. I
Even
just thought it was
movies about
tight.
Even the kids that used to fuck with NWA and shit,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Like that's just the way of life.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
all them kids that listen to NWA, they didn't grow up and be gangsters. Them niggas is still in college. You know what I'm saying? They want to be great motherfuckers. It's like you listen to. A lot of people don't reenact it. They just like it because it scare them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just something they not living. It's just like they just want to hear about it and feel
They
like it's
want
like
to
a
feel
book.
a part.
Yeah, they don't feel a part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sometimes I listen to rap songs and the rapper, they're like pop songs, and the rapper's basically just like listing off gangs and shit, and like
Yeah.
listing off his friends, and I'm like, it's so crazy that this is a popular song. Oh, somebody's living. It's
live.
crazy that's a popular song, you know, because like, what the fuck does the person listening to this know about? I only know about a tiny little percentage of what he's talking about, you know, but
Yeah.
they go crazy for that shit.
yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
I don't know. All right, so Rarri, give me the backstory about your upbringing and as well as how you got into making music.
I mean, my upbringing, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just, I don't know, normal, like, street shit for real. Like, I just grew up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? I got 3 older sisters and shit, raised by my grandma, grew up in Columbus, Ohio. You feel me? Like, everything was just, I feel like it wasn't no different than anybody else. You feel me? Like, same struggles, you know what I'm saying? Fighting all type of little weird shit, like, just growing up, you feel me? But, like, the music shit, like, there was no music scene in Columbus at all, like, zero. Like, I didn't even really start fucking with music until I moved to Cincinnati, until I met Lambs, until I met Mills.
Because you've only been doing it for what, like a year and a half?
Definitely, you know, like a year and a half.
How long you been doing it even? A little longer?
3 years.
Okay.
Seriously.
But I wouldn't even be doing it if, like, I didn't meet these niggas. Because
Yeah.
it's like, niggas in my city, like, music making music in my city was like a joke when we was growing up. Like niggas wasn't making beats, niggas wasn't engineers, you said niggas came to me and was like, nigga, I rap. I'd be like, man, get the fuck out my face, nigga, you broke. Like,
Because like,
you know
if
what I'm saying?
there were a
Like,
couple people in that scene or in that community who like knew how to go get a studio, knew how to record, knew how to make beats, then there probably would be more of a scene. But when you don't know anybody who's doing that, it's so hard for you to break through to that, right?
exactly. It was
Exactly.
none of
Like
that.
even before he was doing music though, he was always like around us, like just soaking up game, like getting ready for where he at now.
Right.
You feel me? And it's like the fucking damn, I tweaked.
You got a little too excited there.
Sponsored by Hennessy.
Say, but like
This answer is
But like
sponsored by
even like
Hennessy.
the whole time he was just always there, you feel me, just watching me and shit, watching meals, you feel me, like coming to the shows with us and shit, like behind the scenes, you feel me, giving us like advice on like what he think we should like do next, where
Right.
like what type of direction we should go in. You feel me? So it's like he always been there even before he was making music. It ain't like we picked him up. Who is that?
Mills.
Mills. He's phoning in. He wants to be
Answer.
included. Answer it, but hold it up to the mic so we can hear him.
Oh, how my phone
Is your service shitty?
He fell
It's
off.
definitely shitty though.
Oh yeah, because we in a fucking stone cave in here.
Skirt, skirt. Hey, we on no jumper
We
right
on no
now.
jumper,
we got
Millie.
Millie.
What's
Where the
happening,
camera
bro?
at?
Oh man, he just called up with a fucking AR. Look at
Big
that thing
AR.
with a big old
Big
drum
AR,
on it.
nigga, you already
God
know how we
damn.
Get it in, nigga.
Wow.
You know how we giving it up.
You guys ain't playing around out here.
Hey,
Look
nah,
at
it's dumb lit. Where the camera at? Can the camera see the AR? Y'all know how we giving it up, nigga. Get your ass rocked, nigga. Fuck these
Wow,
niggas.
fire.
Hey, yo. I wish you could take a picture of this shit.
I'm always surprised people don't show up to this interview with guns more often.
That's what we should have did. But
They do once in a
it's
while.
like the Insomniac circle, it's so tight knit, you feel me? It's like we don't really
I'm gonna
like
call you back,
allow
right?
too many people in.
Okay.
So it's like even like when he came around, it was just genuine. You feel me? It wasn't like he was coming around, you feel me, like trying to seek something out of it. You feel me? He just genuinely fucked with us. And now we got what we got today. Like
Yeah.
Yo.
So when you first put music out, is that stuff that was like that came out online, or like the first music that you made, or were you making stuff for a while before you started actually releasing shit?
I had made one song, but like I never put it out. I mean, I did, but it took like a long time for I actually put it out. You feel me? But like, just the process is just like, you know what I'm saying, like shooting video, like So shot all my videos and shit. And like once I got to that point, it was like, all right, like I'm really about to take this
Yeah.
shit serious. Like
I remember this nigga used to be in the house practicing melodies and shit. Like
Really?
what you think I should like? Should I fuck with this? Should I fuck with that? How
Well,
this
like
sound?
different flows.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Cause it's like, you just don't want to hop in the game and then it's like, oh, this nigga, man.
Nah,
Yeah.
you gotta be
So-
right. Like you can't.
Because it's so easy
come
to sound like
unprepared.
somebody else, or to
Yeah.
just be a boring ass rapper.
Exactly.
You know, it's like I always encourage people, like, if you're gonna, like, I always would hear about Rocky, like for a couple of years before Rocky came out,
Yeah.
that Yams had demos of him and shit, and they were working on it like for
Yeah.
years before he actually put stuff out, because they wanted his first look to be something like developed, something good, you know?
Yeah.
Which I think makes a lot of sense, yeah.
For sure.
Because you know, there's always just random motherfuckers around who are trying to hop on
Hopping
tracks,
up.
and you're like,
Yeah.
you know, you just sound like everybody else. Like, what kind of value are you even bringing to this whole situation?
Definitely gotta bring some value.
So,
Definitely.
when you guys first got in the studio together, what was it like, and what's the creative process like?
It was natural. I mean,
Yeah,
I used to
supernatural.
always be in the studio with these niggas all day, every day,
Yeah.
every time I made a song. So like when we actually started making music, it was just so natural.
It's easy as fuck.
Yeah, because it's
it
like
ain't
I've
really-
already like been around. Like I know the studio environment. You know what I'm saying? So like it was nothing to make a song for real, for
Right.
real.
Yeah, like I was so fascinated with rap for my whole life, and now that I actually have experience going to the studio and stuff, that's like a whole nother area of fascination, because it's such a
'cause you
weird
get to
environment.
see it, like,
it's the
yeah,
boys
made,
club, you
like,
know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And some rappers are amazing, like in the booth, and they could just one take their shit. And then some
Yeah.
rappers are so bad that you're like, oh my god, I
Yeah.
can't believe that
Boy.
people fuck with you and that you're that bad in the booth. But then it sounds
Boy.
pretty good on the track.
That's
Yeah.
the thing with like me and him. Like we both work super fast pace. It's like we don't take that long to actually like drop a verse, drop a hook.
Yeah.
Take like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's
Some
the other
people
thing
take
too.
like an hour.
There's that hierarchy. It's like if you're the man in the room, like if you're Gucci Mane, you're allowed to take 2 hours on your verse, even though Gucci Mane probably never had to do
Gucci
that.
probably take like 5
Yeah,
minutes.
but if you're at the
Yeah.
bottom of the totem pole and you're in the fucking the booth,
yeah, you just sitting in there taking.
everybody's
all
sitting around
day,
like, is he fucking serious? He really thinks he deserves a half hour to do
you got,
this,
you, got
know?
people, you got people in the
Nah, you
booth
gotta
falling.
come
You got
with it.
people in the stool falling asleep and shit. Like,
always,
damn, this
yeah,
nigga
yeah.
still ain't done.
That's the contest part about it. Who's gonna fall asleep and who's gonna get wetted?
Yeah.
Who's gonna get a bottle of fucking Dasani to the face?
Definitely splash cam.
That's
Big
right.
splash cam.
Okay, but what about the studio that you guys first started recording in? Was it like a nice joint or was it a shitty one? And does that affect the quality of your work or how you're doing it? If it's
Like,
nice or if it's shitty?
When we first all linked up, I was recording at Timeless Music. That's like one of the best studios in Cincinnati. Then like later, I started recording at Tomb Studio, True Sounds, and he used to pull up there a lot.
That's what's up.
Yeah, a lot of my early songs. Now, a lot of my early songs, I recorded it in Columbus.
Okay.
Up north in this nigga basement. Like a lot of my early shit, and then I had moved up like toward like Cleveland, and then I was recording shit up in Cleveland, and then but I was still recording it as a nigga named Will in like his bedroom. Like Southside was recording in a nigga bedroom.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like Southside, Urgent, like all my like earlier shit was all recorded in a nigga's bedroom. Like he just was so cold at mixing.
Yeah, he
You
crispy
feel me?
as
Hey,
fuck.
Willie got flame, man. Shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit my line when you see this, man.
I love
Real
that
nigga
project.
shit, man. Straight from Cleveland. But
I
yeah,
feel like
nah.
that's like one of the most underrated projects that I heard in a long time. That's like a big part of why I wanted to do this interview is to like shine more light on that mixtape specifically because I think that shit is so hard and
Appreciate that.
people didn't go as crazy as they should. Even you got videos on YouTube with like 500,000 almost and shit like
Yeah.
that. Yeah,
Videos
Yeah.
going crazy for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
the visual thing is such a big part of it. Like, what was the
Yeah.
first video you ever did?
This video called Crazy. It was shot by So.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then after that it was Southside.
He shot some of the footage for that at my show with Uzi.
Yeah.
Something like Southside, that's such like a specific like melody. Like when you're talking about him coming with melodies, that's like it's really like it sounds like you actually went out of your way to make like a real song. Is that like your approach rather than just sort of winging
that's
it?
his hood. Like
Yeah.
he had to give his all for
Yeah.
that. Like,
And it was like with that song, it was like I made Southside because it's like the thing about music that I didn't like about other artists is like everybody was making music but don't have a foundation.
They don't
Like,
got
all
no story.
Yeah, nobody got a story. It was like you see all these new rappers and they so quick to rap about drugs, leans, fucking bitches, all that shit. It's like we all do that shit. That's normal nigga shit.
That's real.
But it's like where is you from? Like you talking all this street shit. You talking about taking niggas chains and robbing niggas.
Yeah.
But it's like
They glorify
where
it.
was you doing this at? What
They
hood was you
glorify
doing
the
it in?
shit
Who's
that
your
come
niggas?
with it, like the good shit that come with the trap. But they don't talk about, you feel me?
How they even got in the
Like,
trap,
they don't talk
like-
about the
You know what I'm
grimy,
saying?
they feel me, the dirty.
Exactly. And it was like, to me, like, I couldn't even be a real artist if I ain't let niggas know that I'm from the south side of Columbus. Like, if I ain't show niggas my hood, if I ain't show niggas my flag, if I ain't show niggas, like what made Rarri, what is Rarri, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I ain't let niggas know who that was in the beginning, I feel like I couldn't do it towards the end. Cause then it's not gonna be real to
Nah.
me. Like I gotta let niggas know, like this is
They gon-
Rarri, and then everything
they
that come
gonna think
after
you
it
lying.
is just like, yeah, everything after is just a branch from it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm able to make songs like used to. Cause it's like, oh yeah, I'm this, but I can
They
also
know what your foundation is.
Yeah, that was like the foundation for sure.
That's what's up. Yeah, I feel like that album too, just like sonically, it feels very cohesive, and it feels like you have like a certain sound that you wanted to keep sort of consistent throughout it.
Yeah.
To make it have like a real feel to it, so it didn't just feel like 10 random songs or whatever. It's like you feel like you had like a vision going into it that you thought would like you'd be able to execute, and what was the idea?
The vision behind it was just like every single song, I just want to give them another piece of me. Every single song on there is a true, factual, real part of my life. Like, if you listen to the actual lyrics, I'm literally telling you who I am. You know what I'm saying? And I wanted that album to basically be like somebody that didn't know who I was. I want somebody to listen to that from the beginning to the end and be like, I know who Rarri is. I know who the fuck this nigga is. I know where he been through. I know where he from. I know what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want niggas to be able to go into like be like, oh, is he really this? Is he really that? Did he really do that? Nigga, listen to the music. It's all in the music. And I wanted to make sure that every single song that I made, that you were just learning more about me. Like, I'm just not this way for no reason. Like, I can be anything I want to be, but just know where I came from. You feel me?
Yeah, and so do you feel like you're really putting on for your community and like the people that you grew up around and shit?
Definitely. Like nobody know about Columbus,
Columbus
Ohio.
Columbus don't have no voice. Like,
Yeah,
I feel
like-
like he's the voice for Columbus.
Yeah,
Ohio.
like I don't toot my own horn. I'm niggas say I'm cocky, but I'm really humble for real when it comes to this shit. It's like I don't even care about ranks or who bigger and who smaller.
Yeah.
But one thing I know I'm doing, I'm putting on for the south side of Columbus, and nobody
Like,
can ever say
you
I'm
can't
not.
you
know what I'm
can't
saying?
duck the fact like when you the chosen one.
You feel
from
me?
your area.
I got niggas screaming Southside. I got niggas screaming 223. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't even know what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's some shit we used to run around screaming. I got niggas throwing up my shit. I got niggas throwing up my gang. Like, niggas don't even know what that shit is, but it's like...
I don't know what that is. I'm confused.
Exactly,
I see
man.
gang signs, I get all scared
If you
and
see
shit.
it, man, that's rolling 20s, man.
If
That's
I see
rolling
that, I
20s
duck.
Crips,
I hit the
man.
floor. Yeah. When
So
did you
it's-
realize you were a Crip? You grew up in that environment, so you always were?
Yeah. Everybody around me, like my neighborhood, I grew up in a Crip neighborhood. So everybody, my uncles, my cousins, you know what I'm saying? Like the people I was around was all Crips. So it's like...
It's like a sports team. It's like you
Basically, that's crazy you
I fuck
said
with
that.
the Celtics,
Nah,
you know?
that's crazy you said that
Right.
because that's really how it was. It was
Definitely.
like I played for the Southfield Crips.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I played, like when you go to other niggas' neighborhoods, you go to other niggas' sides of town, they ask you like, man, where you from? You know, I'm like, I'm Southfield. I'm from Southfield Crip, nigga. Like, niggas already knew. And you know what I'm saying? I got into it when I was 13 years old.
Really?
You feel me? So it was like, it wasn't even like a change for me. It was almost like me just growing up was just like, it was already molding me to be the person I was already gonna be. Like, if you're gonna jump off the porch, you only got two options. You're gonna jump off the porch and you're gonna be some athlete ass nigga, or you're gonna jump off the porch and you're gonna be in the streets.
But you were trying to do both for a while, right? You were going hard with the basketball shit?
Yeah. I played basketball, but even every basketball nigga I hoop with was gangbangers, nigga. Like, every nigga I hoop with was in, a lot of them went to jail for murder. Niggas I was with hooping, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I ain't playing no
it
sports.
was all the same shit. Like the gang shit and the sports shit was the same shit where I'm from. Like, just because you hoop don't mean you was like some good person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a nigga was dunking, and then on the weekend we was in 3599 shooting that bitch up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was
Exactly.
all the same shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like it didn't really matter for real. Like we already knew how to hoop, so of course we gonna hoop for the team, nigga. Of course I'm like,
What if you get put on a basketball team and then they have a red uniform?
huh? Nah, my high school had a red uniform.
Really? Is that
Our
hard
colors
for
was
you?
red and white. Nah.
Okay.
Now to think about it, cause it's like I got bloods in my family. You know what I'm saying? Like I got cousins that's bloods too. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm from on the south side, if you cross the tracks, that's all bloods. You know what I'm saying? Like, but them still was my niggas. It's not like we wasn't beefing on blood and Crip. It's just that the neighborhood I was from was Crip.
It's
and the
more
neighborhood
like
they was
a
from was
brother. It's more like a
blood.
brotherhood thing.
You know what I'm saying? 223 ain't all Crips. 223s is Bloods and Crips. You know what I'm saying? But Southfield is Crips. You feel me? So it's like that's the difference in between the two.
But you are like still repping real hard for where you came from, like with the album cover and everything. Obviously, you
Yeah.
can't look at that without thinking like, oh, he's representing for
Oh yeah.
Crip shit. It's like,
Yeah.
what made you decide that you wanted to like represent with that on the mixtape cover?
Because I've been represented for it. It's like kind of like you were saying earlier, it's like that's the team I play for. It's like if I always been on the Lakers, I'm gonna let niggas know I'm still a Laker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if I always been a Crip since I was 13, and it was like niggas know what it is. Like
Yeah.
I don't want niggas to ever think in their life that like I got to a certain point and I forgot where I came from, or I forgot, you know what I'm saying, like the foundation of it all, like that got me to this point. You feel me? Like that is still all extremely relevant to me. Like this wouldn't be here if it wasn't for that. Feel me? Cause like that gang shit, niggas look at it as just like some killing, stealing, robbing and shit. But that shit was a community thing. We got a shit called the Southfield Reunion, where the whole community come together. You know what I'm saying? It's barbecues, it's the OGs, it's the kids, it's everything. Like this is some community shit. You feel me? Like this isn't some like robbery, gang
Right.
shit. Like this is some legit
That's
lifestyle
just like one
shit.
part of it is people having to sort shit out like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if you getting money, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's always gonna be problems.
Yeah, people
Always.
shooting each other at the end of the day is like indicative of like the community being so insular that like they don't call the cops, they deal with their problems like between themselves, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
For
exactly
better or
how
for
it
worse.
is.
I'm not saying it's a good
niggas
thing,
not
but
calling the police.
And just cause niggas doing this rap shit don't think it's sweet at all.
well, someone
it's
just
sweet at all.
FaceTimed us that you're good friends with a gigantic gun over their shoulder. So yeah, I guess it's not sweet. You know,
It's not.
I was like, is he gonna
Niggas
shoot me through the
still
phone
throw
or what?
hands.
Yeah.
Niggas still throw them hands for sure.
Believe that.
So were you disappointed in your No Jumper interview because you felt like you couldn't say anything because you were still dealing with the case?
Yeah, like I got out of jail, nigga, like 2-3 days before that shit.
Oh shit, really?
Yeah, I got out of jail like 2-3 days before my No Jumper interview.
Wow. So you were still like shook up.
Yeah, like, cause I had came out here, cause only reason I came out here was to link with you, and cause I had a show in Oakland, like the
right,
day
right.
after. For sure.
That's crazy because like when you're in that jail mentality, it's like you're just scared shit. You're like, I just don't want to go back in there. I don't want to talk about any bad thing I
I
ever
didn't want
did.
to talk about shit for real. I was like, shh.
Yeah. It's kind of sketchy, man. I mean, it's like a fine line. I always got people being like, "Oh, you're the feds because of some shit you asked or whatever."
That shit was garbage, bro.
You
I was
like
locked up. I was only. That's the longest that I've been locked up. It wasn't shit. Like,
how long was it? A couple weeks or something?
Nah, hell no. I was in there 3 months.
Oh, 3 months.
3 months. I missed out on the tour and shit. I missed out on the tour. I was supposed to go on tour with Uzi and 21 Savage. Missed that and shit.
That's brutal.
But I fucked up hella shit back going to jail.
That was a while. That was like before Uzi and 21 were what they are now too. Because I remember even like a year ago or something, like going to fucking 21 shows with like fucking 100 people around here and shit.
I used to be in jail every day having the most crazy ass dreams, bro. Like I used to be having dreams that I was out and shit, like just tweaking, bro. I used to wake up pissed, bro. Like I used to wake up sorry.
Wow, that's scary.
I used to wake up like, ain't shit happened to me in jail. I was in there taking niggas commissary, you feel me, holding niggas for the phone, all type of shit, you feel me?
Well, how do you hold somebody for the phone? You walk up, just take it out of their hand or what?
Like, nigga, get the fuck off the phone, nigga. You been on this shit already like 10 minutes. What the fuck is you doing, man? Every person got a 15-minute limit. I used to be going over the 15 minutes, though. I ain't give a fuck. I was calling my mama, calling my bitch, nigga.
That's a hierarchy,
I was calling my manager and shit, making sure he had shows set up for me for when I got out. I ain't give a fuck.
Yeah, the jail shit, like it's all like who's got the most control over that situation,
and, like me being from Ohio, I was locked up in West Virginia. So the nigga who was like in charge of the pod that I was in, like the main nigga, he was in there for a murder. And he was from Cleveland, Ohio. So it's like he took me under his wing. You feel me? He looked out for me. He made sure, you feel me, everything was 100.
That's what's up.
So I ain't had no worries when I was in that bitch.
Yeah. So with this project though, like how did you start conceiving it? Like when did you start working on it, and like when did you wrap it out? It came up like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
How long did you work on it for? Like what was the creative process?
I've been working on it. I mean, a lot of the songs, a couple of like the first like maybe like the first 4 or 5 songs, were just like shit I had made. But then the ending of it was like recent, like a lot of the recent music that I was making.
Well, when it's like your first big project, it's kind of like you have all this energy from like your whole life stored up in you, sort of, right?
Basically.
Which I think is kind of crazy because it's like on your second project, it's like, okay, you just have the year or the 6 months or however long you had to work on it. But like if you've really been, thinking about rapping your whole life, your first big project is like the big release of like everything from when you were a kid and shit.
It's crazy because it's like, I wasn't really thinking, like I never actually thought when I was younger I was gonna be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like I just wanted to just get out the situation I was in. That's all I was worried about. Like how the fuck I'm gonna make it out of Columbus. You know what I'm saying? Because this is not where I'm trying to be. It's not where I'm trying to spend the rest of my life. Yeah.
You tried going to college for a little bit there, though, didn't you?
Yeah. For a little bit, but it didn't work out.
You hated it?
I wouldn't say I hated it. There's some parts of it that I like.
That shit.
Yeah, like
the girls and shit?
Yeah, like the hoes and shit. Like that was like the greatest part.
What college did you go to?
Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, what are the girls like at a college like that? Like, are they like, burning their bras and they're growing out their armpit hair? That's how I'm gonna imagine them.
Nah.
That's always what I hear about college these days, is that the kids are
like,
crazy.
I mean,
them hoes was on go.
Yeah, they was fucking.
Okay.
It was lit.
Yeah.
It was super lit, and it was like there was so many corny ass niggas there. It was it was like
bro,
I was maneuvering through there like
when
it wasn't
he went to
shit.
college in Cincinnati, bro, I used to hate, like when we used to go to the college events and shit, bro, I used to hate the niggas, bro. Like the niggas used to be so fucking corny and shit, bro. Like they used to be in there hating, cock blocking and shit because we was outside niggas and me. We used to be in there Insomniac up like 10 deep and shit. You feel me?
Crazy.
Taking they little bitches and shit. Like so they used to be in there hating.
They need a thug. They don't know it yet, but they need a thug.
Oh,
right?
Exactly. They don't want no cornball ass nigga.
That's what I hate. Like anytime I've like been to a college like for riding bikes or whatever the past couple of years, and I'm just like looking at like the fucking college age dudes walking around, I'm just like, yo, you suck. Like I hate you.
These
like, what the
hoes don't
fuck
want
is your
y'all for
problem?
real. They want a nigga with a bankroll.
No, you can't, because when you're young and you haven't accomplished anything for your life with your life yet and shit, you should just accept that like you're not allowed to get any pussy until you get older and you get a job, start making some money, start doing something, get a little clout or something. Like if you're 18 and like you should just accept that it's just not gonna happen and just leave all the girls to like the lawyers and shit.
Like us.
I know that must hurt so bad. You ever had a girl that you were fucking with and she leaves you for a lame and you're like just like offended?
That's literally a song I got.
I know it is. Yeah. As it came out of my mouth, I realized I was quoting that. That wasn't conscious.
A song I got.
And now she fuck with lames.
And now she fuck with lames.
Maybe one of them niggas just go, you feel me? let them soak up all their time, bro. Niggas like us don't got time for that shit, bro.
But are you more comfortable being the side dude?
Definitely.
Like, let her spend most of her time with this guy who works at Foot Locker, and then you'll swoop in Friday night, dick her down.
Still get hella great.
She gonna pull up on Friday at 4 a.m.
Your job is just to make the other guy look bad.
I don't even care about making them look bad. As long as she fucking and sucking, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You take her on dates, love her.
He can do all this shit I'm not gonna do.
Do all that great shit. I'm still out here.
So you're not scared of being single? You don't feel like you need to have that like emotional support or whatever, or do you get that from your bros?
Hey, I ain't getting no emotional support from
I don't know what that
come on, why not?
I ended up punching one of my niggas if they try to give me some.
Everybody needs somebody to talk to.
Emotional support.
What's wrong with that?
I don't even know what that
A
means.
shoulder to cry on, per se?
Nah, it's slow.
I wasn't even crying on the bitch shoulder.
Yeah, I don't know about no emotional man support.
Okay, but you know what? This is the thing. This is the scary part about that line that you have is when you say, now you fuck with lames or whatever. It's like, are you scared that you were sharing your life with her and now she's out here hanging out with fucking Dylan and she's telling Dylan all this real shit that you put her on?
Even with the shorty I was fucking with, like I was fucking with her for a minute, but then like basically our lives was just changing. You know what I'm saying? And then she took a different route. And then when she took her different route, you feel me, like, you would think she'll get like a nigga that was like kind of like me, but it's like on like a higher scale.
But they might want to go in the other direction and get themselves a weirdo.
Like straight cornball. Like I'm gonna get a cornball safe nigga.
That's the
like I want to get like a security safe nigga. I don't want a wild nigga.
Pocket, like,
you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, some chicks they love that wild shit, but then once they get done with it, it's like I just need something different.
Yeah, they start to think, oh, maybe my mom's right. Maybe I shouldn't be fucking with a guy like Insomniac Rarri.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
maybe I should fuck with a guy like Dylan, you know?
maybe.
Robert, yeah.
Fuck Dylan.
Fuck Dylan, fuck Robert. Dylan ain't on that gang
fuck
shit.
Pussy ass nigga.
But what if but that's the whole problem. What if the girl then is all of a sudden pillow talking to Dylan? She starts telling Dylan about your plug. She starts telling Dylan about.
Oh no, my shorty don't know who my plug is. It's extra slow.
Oh, you keep that quiet? See, my girl knows everything about me. She knows all this fucked up shit about me. She could piece together everything.
My shorty would know shit about me, as in like she know what the fuck going on. Like she know how I'm giving it up and shit. But it's like she not gonna know the specifics. You know what I'm saying? Like just you can't put your shorty in a situation where it's like if it come down to it, she could say too much.
She in the crossfire.
Yeah, like you can't put her in a crossfire. Like it's better that she know a little less. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I learned my lesson with that shit.
So let's be serious. You say you have a girlfriend, you get into a shootout. It goes in a way that you're not so happy about. Maybe you got to do something you're not too proud of. Is that something you're sharing with your girl? I mean, and we're getting deep right here, by the way.
I mean, it's she gonna know about it.
Okay.
You get into a shootout, you know what I'm saying? Your shorty gonna know if that's really your shorty. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, she gonna know you got to a shootout. Like she gonna know who did it.
But if them police come,
it's slow.
and she fall under pressure, slow for her ass.
It's extra slow.
Chop.
See, that's the thing, though, is that, like, I trust my girl and everything, but once she gets in that room with those investigators, I don't know, a lot of people crack under that pressure.
Yeah, man. You know, police, they get the line, you know what I'm saying? Start spitting out. Oh, we're gonna give you 20 years if you don't tell. Your shorty gotta know they're not gonna actually give you 20. Like, shorty gotta know the system, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, they gonna scream this, that, and the third so you would tell, but she gotta stay solid. Like,
yeah, you actually tell your girl now before you get into that situation, yo, if I ever kill someone, you can't tell the cops. You gotta be quiet when they call you in. Low key, just don't tell them that.
Don't say shit. Hey, like, you don't even know what the fuck they talking about.
You don't know shit. Yeah, be totally quiet. Don't say a damn thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quiet.
Man, we just got real deep there. We're like, all of a sudden we're planning out our future crimes and everything.
I ain't planning out
That's how it be sometimes.
I'm not planning out no future crimes.
No, yeah, exactly. So are you still on some crazy probation or something?
Nah, I'm off.
Oh, you're totally off?
Yeah, I'm off. Fuck my Pia. Fuck that bitch.
So you never have to see her again?
Fuck that bitch Pam, nigga.
Pam?
Yeah, her name was Pam. She was a bitch, too.
Pam.
She kept trying to lock me up, nigga. Fuck that bitch.
Was she really? She was hating?
Yeah, she was hating for sure.
Because a lot of times I end up hearing from rappers who have like cool probation officers that seem like they kind of understand.
She was a bitch.
Really?
She was a bitch.
Damn,
She used to be on my ass.
That sucks.
My lawyer, he was trying to like keep it low key, like that I was a rapper and shit.
Oh.
Then she found out. Then it was tweak after that. Like,
so what she started doing? Start digging around in the social media?
Like, not even that. Just like she'd call up hella random times just trying to figure out where I'm at and little shit like that. Like,
Right.
cause I was still like, I technically wasn't supposed to leave the Midwest, but I'm like, I still got shows.
Yeah.
I'm moving around.
So what, you
like,
got to break out for the night or whatever?
What'd you say?
Like when you go on tour, you guys break out for the night and hope you don't get caught? Or like, because I'm always dealing with Chapo, and Chapo's always having to report in before he comes here for the weekend and
for
shit.
sure, that's how it was.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Shout out to Chapo, man.
Shout out to Chapo. Shout out to Cleveland.
Thank God.
Another
Shout out
Ohio-
Doughboy too.
Yeah,
Yo.
shout out Doughboy. Yeah, shout out Doughboy, man.
Yo, you know who you might
MPG.
want to sign to Insomniacs is that motherfucker Lance.
Who?
You know who I'm talking about?
Fuck out of
He
here.
from Cincinnati.
Yeah, he's an Ohio boy, yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a wild boy.
That's royalty right there, man. That's the next draft pick coming out of there. That's like your take.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Did you? He did an interview with the chick that like run our radio station, Nella
Yeah.
D. Yeah, he did a good
Oh, he
interview.
did?
Yeah, he did a
I gotta
good
check that
interview.
out.
Check that out, definitely.
Yo,
Check
he's
that
a
out,
fucking
definitely.
hooligan, man.
Yeah, he crazy as
He was
fuck.
talking to me. He goes, "Yo, what do you think would cost less, driving to LA or taking a flight?" And I'm
yeah,
like,
he
man,
trying to get the interview.
I know, and
for
I'm
sure.
thinking, I'm like, man, you really don't know shit if you're asking him.
flight, yeah.
I'm like,
He
get
need
a
to go
flight,
for
bro.
sure.
He need to get the no jumper.
Hey, before we continue this interview, I just want to say shout out to Tooch, man. Shout out to my little
Hey,
brother Tooch, man.
Insomniac Tooch.
Insomniac Tooch, man. I love you, bro. G shit, man. For
Well,
real.
as long as you're going to say that, I want to say NoJumper.com is a great place to go buy some T-shirts, lighters,
Yeah, go
SoundCloud
cop
chains,
Cop up.
fake Gucci merchandise, et cetera, et cetera. No Jumper branded merchandise. I don't have any of it on right now, but you guys know the general idea.
We need all that before we leave.
Who? Oh yeah, I got you. Actually, I don't know if we have any of that here. Yo, but so who do you guys fuck with in terms of like historical Ohio rap figures? Is there anyone that you actually give a fuck about?
Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Okay,
yeah,
there
Bone
you go.
Thugs,
Yeah, that's
for
important.
sure.
Definitely.
Is that the main one?
It's like top tier. Kid Cudi.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kid Cudi. I don't really listen to Kid Cudi though.
I just performed at MGK's his festival that he throw,
Yeah.
the EST Fest. Yeah, I performed at that.
How was that?
It was cool. It was lit.
Yeah.
His fan base is crazy.
He has a
Like,
huge, his fan base out there is wild as hell,
his fan
probably.
base
Huh?
Oh
wild as fuck.
yeah, Ohio. Yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah. MGK. The
Yeah.
fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit's crazy out there.
That's tight. I did the Andy Dick interview. You know who he is? He's like an actor. Okay,
Nah.
that's okay. But I did the interview with him, and then they were like, "Yo, we're going to MGK's house." I'm like, "Pfft, "All right." And they never called me back. I was like, I was ready to go. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go."
Pull it up.
I'm going to MGK's house real quick. Sounds great. What artists do you guys actually listen to?
Young Nudie.
I know. I heard you pull up with that plan.
Chief
Yeah.
Keef,
Yeah, Keith.
Future.
Yeah, Future. That was like like of course. But like I listen to Trippie Redd.
Shout out
to
Trippie.
Ohio, man.
Another
Shout out
Ohio
Trippie Redd,
boy.
man.
Another Ohio nigga.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Trippie Redd.
Actually, Ohio is like low key, like
We
a
on the
hip hop
way.
hub, huh?
We on the
Nah,
way.
it's hella, man. There's so much talent in Ohio. Niggas
Yeah.
don't even know. Like, once this shit really, like, burst and really, like, really branch out, like, niggas really going, like, motherfuckers really gonna find out. Like, it's so much talent in Ohio. Like, it's crazy.
But you know, it's weird. It's like when somebody blows up out of Chicago, it's like everybody talks about the fact they're from Chicago. But when a dude
Yeah.
blows up Ohio, it's like people tend to kind of sweep that under the rug. Don't really discuss it as much.
'Cause the thing about the niggas that blow up from Chicago is that like some niggas is okay. A lot of niggas in Chicago they really on that gang shit. And when you really on that gang shit, like it's niggas that you join that gang with. So when you blow up, you put them niggas, you put your gang members on. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas found out about so many other Chicago
Yeah.
artists.
It was
When
like
that
a
nigga
domino
blew up,
effect.
he put his niggas on because you found out about him. You found out about his brother, his cousin, his.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Who the
Like.
fuck- how was it? Chief Keef, Fredo,
Fredo,
Lil
Yes.
Reese, Lil
Lil
Durk.
Because these is niggas that was
Like,
really
Capo.
around. Think
Rest
about
in peace.
Ohio.
Definitely.
You
Rest
got
in
some
peace.
niggas from Ohio that'll blow up. You know what I'm saying? That's not gang. And they know what I'm saying? They didn't really have. They just had friends, but they wasn't like no artists or no shit. But then you got niggas that's still like in the streets that just haven't blew up. That's why this Insomniac shit is so special. Cause it's like we got niggas around us that's extremely talented. So when this
Super
shit,
talented.
yeah. So when this shit take off, it's like you gonna see more. It's a lot of light gonna spread onto Ohio because it's like you gonna hear about all these great artists, all this motherfucking like great music that's coming up out of there. You feel me?
So much.
So much.
Yeah, that's what's up. Hey, so what do you feel like you need to accomplish with your next project after this one? Like, are you already thinking about it?
Of course, I'm always making music.
Okay.
Always.
What do you think like might be the thing that you want to express or like get across as opposed to this first project? Like what that you might want to say?
See, the first project was the foundation, but the second project, it just let niggas know that like I'm really in this for real. Like I'm really doing this music shit. and it's like I'm still playing around my sound. I'm still kind of letting niggas know like I'm just not like a South Side, you know what I'm saying, like song type of artist. Like I can do a little bit of everything.
Well, you think you could have potentially got pigeonholed off of the way that song sounded? Pigeonholed mean like people put you in a box, like they think everything's gonna sound like that one song.
Exactly. It's like it's a lot of niggas that want me to make songs that's just like Southside, but it's like I got a lot of different type of styles that I got to offer. So it's like that's what this new tape is definitely gonna show.
He need to like take this shit that he doing right now, but just put it on the, like he need to put it on a higher level, but also let the people know that the success that he's gaining hasn't changed him.
Yeah.
You dropped a video the other day. You still got shit dropping all the time. What's what you been up to lately, Lambs? Like in terms of your recent output?
Shutting down these hoe ass labels.
Really?
Offering this bullshit. Feel me? Come with the big check. Don't talk to me.
Well, they be offering real shitty numbers.
Definitely, because these hoe ass niggas be selling their fucking soul for 30,000 and shit.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Man, I heard about some big name rappers, freshman cover ass motherfuckers who signed for less than that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like if they know they can sign niggas that got this type of brew or this type of this for this amount of money, they looking at you like, well, if I can get this type of artist for 20 racks, then I only can give you about 10. You know what I'm saying? Like, but that's the rap game, like the trap game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if niggas is copping loud for 4 racks, and they looking at you like, oh, you like mid for real. I'm gonna give you like 2 racks. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I'm not though. Like, like I'm packed for real.
That's the crazy thing though, as a rapper, is you think about what you're really doing is you're just trying to build yourself up so that when you do decide to get with a label, because let's face it, if you really are gonna have a full length career, at a certain point you do pretty much have to get with a label, you know? So it's like you just want to get shit so advanced on your own that when it comes time to have that conversation, you're talking about at least like 6 figures and not that little money.
Like I feel like the whole Insomniac mob, not even like us as a whole, but each individual member is worth millions of dollars alone. You feel me?
Easy.
Because everybody in Insomniac mob is actual quality. Quality and actually has a story.
Definitely.
And can actually, you feel me, like build a cult following, not just some overnight fame, overnight success, and it's gone tomorrow.
Yeah, like this ain't no goofy shit. Like this all real shit. We just, you know what I'm saying, like we might not have the biggest markets, we might not attract all the kids, you feel me? But it's like you tap in, if you want to listen to some real shit, you want to listen to some shit that like can really carry you along, this is it.
I saw about that like development too, though. It's like you can't really expect that, you know, maybe it doesn't happen in year 1, year 2, year 3 of your career, but you got to just keep doing it, because there's so many people in rap that like now we look at them and they're popping. It's like maybe we only knew about them for a year or 2, but they were doing jack shit in their hometown for 5 years, getting used to making songs and shit. You know,
exactly.
It's like a lot of people in rap, like they end up getting fucked up because they put together one video, they think the video is hard, and then the video gets 2,000 views, and then they just don't know what to do. You know, they're just like, even 2,000 might be a little liberal. You know?
Yeah, just never give up, man.
Never.
Whoever you is, man, just never give up, man. Like, if niggas keep telling you this shit not for you, man, don't listen to them motherfuckers, man. Just never give up, man.
You guys ever have a hard time sleeping? Is that what the Insomniac thing's about, or what?
Yeah.
That's what it is. It all started, I used to, I got kicked out of my mama's house. I used to go to my grandma's house, you feel me, kick it over there. I used to sleep on my grandma's futon and shit. I used to stay up super late. You remember the late night Insomniac show that Dave Attell used to host on Comedy Central?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's when I first found out. Like that's when I first was like, damn, I'm about to run with this for real. Like I'm up late watching. I don't even know why I'm 12, 13 years old, like up watching this shit. Like,
you know, it's funny you mentioned Dave Attell because he told me that I looked like a fucking skinhead or something.
I need him to host my mixtape.
I walked by, like he was doing comedy, and I walked by to use the bathroom at this club in New York, and then when I was walking back, I'm like going up the stairs, and I just hear him, and he's like, "You see that fucking guy with a tattoo on his head? He looked like a damn skinhead or some shit like that." And I'm like, I'm already walked up the stairs. I'm like, damn, I just got roasted.
Yeah.
That was it. I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna go back there and like try to argue with him or something?
Shut up.
I don't know what I'm talking about. So, do you actually think it's like a pretty big deal that you got a No Jumper interview? Are you hyped? I saw you were like pretty hyped on Twitter, and then I was hyped.
Yeah,
I'm like, fuck yeah, that's sick.
Definitely, because it's like I said, bro, like I'm from a small city in Ohio.
Right.
Like, it's a lot of niggas that can't even point my city out on a fucking map.
Yeah.
So it's like, this is a simple fact that like I came from that. I jumped over all them obstacles, and it's like I'm even here right now to even do this shit. Like I said, like I'm extremely humble to that shit. Like I appreciate everybody that fuck with me when it comes to this music shit, cause like I haven't been doing this shit for that long. Like I could have dropped all this music and everybody could have looked over this shit. Everybody could have heard everything I made and been like, oh, he just another one of them niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, but y'all didn't. Like, but you didn't.
I recognize
You know
there's
what I'm
something
saying?
special when I first heard your shit, you know?
I
Exactly.
actually valued the quality.
Yo, in
Exactly.
that one video though, I feel like you were showing love to like all kinds of people that you have like friendships with. Like you got Smoke Perp in the video, and you got like Boot Boy, Icy, Quincy,
Yeah,
all
Shout
these
out
guys.
Icy, another Ohio nigga.
Icy from Ohio, too.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah, Chapo was in there.
Chapo in that shit. That was tight. I like that video a lot.
Yeah, what they saying.
Yeah.
What they saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I shot that down at South by Southwest.
We was fucking South by Southwest up.
Yeah, nah, that was a crazy.
That's how I met you at the one
Yeah, the
2
one,
years
like,
before
yeah.
that or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's actually like the first time that I ever went to anything that like people kind of knew who I was, and I was like fucking weirded out by it. Like everywhere I went, there's like motherfuckers trying to talk to me and shit. But yeah, man. So that's a plan. You guys got any touring plans? The next mixtape, is it potentially in the works? You planning on putting on a tape?
Yeah, my next project that I'm about to drop is called 12 a.m.
Okay.
Yeah, so getting that together right now.
Going with the Insomniac theme,
Yeah,
staying up late,
exactly. For sure.
midnight.
Shit get crazy at the 12 a.m.
But that bothers me is that it's like if it's 6 a.m, is that, you know, I always want to say it's 6 a.m. of the day like that it was before.
Yeah.
Because it's so confusing to be like even right now it's about to be Friday morning,
Basically.
but
Yeah.
that doesn't sound right to me.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's still
that
the
sounds
same day.
It's Thursday night until I go to sleep.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how I feel. It's not the next day until I go to sleep and wake
So I
up.
wake
Yeah,
up.
and especially, man, that's once you get used to doing the studio thing, that'll ruin your whole fucking life because you just be in there till 7, 8 in the morning and shit.
I was in the studio with Eddie Baker till 8 a.m. Like last week. I got home. I ain't go to sleep till like 10 a.m.
Yeah. Do you guys like when you're in the studio though? What's your preferred mind state? You guys don't smoke in the studio? Do you be drinking lean in the
I need
studio?
lean and Hennessy.
Yeah.
Always, both together.
I drink.
Either
I
or.
drink.
Oh,
Like,
either
not
or. Okay,
together.
yeah.
Nah, yeah, I just drink. I drink a lot of liquor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I just drink. I just play a lot of beats. All the lights off. Just work.
You know what's the best studio drug?
What?
Adderall.
Oh,
Oh
God, no.
yeah.
For sure.
You know, I can't take that. It makes my heart feel like it's going to explode.
That's how it be. You be moving fast as fuck. Like you be thinking hella.
Yeah.
That or Vyvanse.
I feel like if
Yeah.
I took Adderall, that I'll start working really, really hard, and then like after like an hour or two, I'll kind of like cool off and start to hate the shit that I was making. You know, like I get real critical and stuff,
Yeah, that's
start
how it
judging
be.
myself. Yeah, I don't know. I like the lean in terms of like if I was a rapper,
Yeah.
which I'm not, I think like the lean would like help me relax and
Yeah.
shit. I can
Yeah.
kind of that makes sense to me that people like that for recording.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know. All right, you guys want to give any shout outs? Let us know about anything else that we need to know about, any shows, anything?
Shout out to the whole Ohio. Shout out to every member of the Insomniac Mob. Gelati. Shout out Mills. Shout out Cook LaFleur. Shout out Gussie. You feel me? Shout out to Rarri. Feel me? Shout out to. Shout out John. 223 shout outs.
You already know, man. Shout out to 223, man. Shout out Shaq Cat. You know what I'm saying? Big Steaks Dog, man. Big Ant, man. Shout out to the whole 223, man. I love y'all, nigga. Vontae Strick, all them niggas, bro.
Hey,
G shit.
appreciate that shit, bros. It was nice having you guys come through. Really appreciate it. Everybody at home, make sure you check these guys out on SoundCloud and shit. Check out their videos on YouTube. As far as No Jumper, check us out on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iTunes. Thank you guys very much.
Insomniac.
Peace.
Sign me out. Crown right, do the down right. Skirt, skirt, skirt.
Skirt.
I'm ballin' like an athlete, but got no jumper. I'm ballin' like an athlete, but got no jumper.